Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another video and this is the next part in MVVM architecture series, and in this video we are going to see what is View Model Factory in Android Studio. So we are going to implement View Model Factory using a project, and I will explain you entire View Model Factory by an example. So if you don't check the previous video of this series, then you will not going to understand anything. Then please check out the whole videos of this playlist. So you can easily find out the playlist. So in this video we are going to explore what is View Model Factory in Android. So first of all, I want to show a demo of the project which we are going to create in this video, and by using that demo example we are going to understand what is View Model Factory and why we need to View Model Factory. So for this I open my phone and you can see this is the project View Model, this one. So you can see by default it contains a number. So we are going, because the working of the View Model Factory is to provide some argument, whether it is a context or something else, but it take context. But in the case of if we are using View Model, then it is not possible to pass anything as an argument. So that's why we need to use View Model. So you can see I pass a 125 here as an argument. So let us suppose if I type anything and click on add, it will give me the new result. So if I type this, add this, and it contains the View Model. So you can see if I rotate my phone, the data is not going to loss. So you can see it is working fine, and every time it is giving me correct result and data is not losing. So we are going to understand this advanced concept in Android. So don't further delay, now let's start the video and see this amazing thing in Android Studio. So if you don't subscribe our channel, then please subscribe the channel and please like the video if you don't like the video till now. So don't further delay, now let's start. So for this I open my Android Studio. So we are going to use this project View Model tutorial. I created this project in previous video. If you check previous video, then you know. So I am going to make some changes here inside this project. So first of all, activity, open this activity main XML file. So you can see this is the data binding layout. So I am going to delete this layout because I am not going to use this one. So I delete this layout and open my main activity, delete these things, and first of all Control Z, one minute, and delete this and delete this. So data binding is enabled here, and now let's create the layout. So for saving the time, it is better to copy the layout from my previous project. So you can create this layout, it is very easy. So I copy this whole relative layout, Control C, and paste this layout here. That's it. Now if I expand this, you can see this is the main layout, and it contains an edit text where user have to enter any number, and the ID name of this get number edit text. Now we have a button, add button, and then we have a text view. So text view is to display the result. Now let's start working with View Model Factory. So first of all, as you see, we already have a main activity View Model which contain the View Model. So first of all, delete these functions because we don't need this. And now inside, first of all, we have to make some changes in our View Model, and then we will create View Model Factory. Because the working of this View Model, because you can see we simply write the code for a View Model. We don't write any code to create this object. So we can't create the object of View Model by on. So for creating the particular object, we need to create View Model Factory. So by using that, we can create the instance of our View Model, and then we can pass anything. And this thing is going to be very helpful when we are working with room database and recycler view. Then we need to pass array list or anything else as a context or as an argument. On that time, we need to use View Model Factory. So View Model Factory is important. And if you are working with simple project, then that does not contain anything and that don't want any argument, then you can directly use View Model. So let's start working with the code. So you can see this is our main activity View Model. This is the View Model class. So for this, I want to take a argument as a starting. So I simply type here starting total. You can give any argument name and the type of this int. So this is fine. Now as you know what our app is working, so it gives me the result of whatever we are inputting in our edit text, and then we are getting the result after addition. So I type here private and I take a by default variable result, and inside this what I store 0. Then I have to use init block here. So whenever the object is created in Kotlin, this init block automatically runs, and it will use to assign some values in a variables. So I want to assign inside my result variable whatever I am passing from my to my View Model Factory through my View Model Factory. So you can see it is fine. Now we have to create a function to add or to get results. So if I want to add something, you can see I take an integer type here because I have to take the number from our edit text, and this is the function to add. So I have to type here result, and inside this what I want to store the text which is entered by the user, or which we are passing from our main activity. And then we have a function for get result, function get result to get the updated result. So the return type of this is also int, and then inside this what I have to do, type return result. That's it. Now we have to create a view model factory for this. So for creating the view model factory, you have to right click here, package name, then you have to click on new, and then you have to click on Kotlin class file, and then you have to type here any name. So I type here main activity view model factory. So it is fine. Now inside this, what I want to pass here, I want to pass take a input, or we can say starting total. So I have to declare that thing here. So private val, and I have to type here starting total. You can give any variable, it is your choice, and the type of this is int. So it is fine. Now it should extend the view model factory dot provider, view model provider dot factory. It should extend this. Now inside this we have to implement a member. So take your cursor here and click on implement member, so it will automatically add the whole code. So you can see this is the function, override function, which will overriding the view model class. So inside this what we have to type here, because this main view model factory is for our this main activity view model. So for this, inside this we can write code if model class is assignable from main activity view model, this one class.java, then we can use this. So I have to type here return, it will return the object return main activity view model, and inside this what we want, starting total, and then we have to pass as t. Now it can also throw an exception. Let us suppose user pass the wrong class here, so we can type here illegal argument exception, or user pass something wrong. Let us suppose user pass string or something else, so we can type here unknown view model class. That's it. So you can see view model is creating, it is very easy to create a view model factory. Now we can directly use inside our main activity. So let's see how these things is going to work inside our main activity. So first of all, as you know, we have to declare a object of variable type of view model. So as we also have to declare a variable for view model factory too. So first of all, let's declare variable for our view model. So I type here view model, and this is main activity view model. Then we have to declare a variable for view model factory. So view model factory, this one, main activity view model factory. So that is done. Now we have to, so first of all we have to create a view model factory here. So view model factory, so here you have to type here view model factory equal main activity view model factory, and inside this you have to type here any starting total, because it is taking something. So you can see we pass the starting total here. Now it will return, it will create the object of view model, and then it will pass this starting total here. But we can't directly pass the starting total from using view model, because it is not a good practice. So hope you understand why we need to use view model factory. Now we have to type here view model equal, then you have to type here view model provider, and these things I already explained in previous video, factory, because we are passing something as a context, and we are passing this view model factory, so it will help to create the instance of this. So get, and inside this we have to pass our main activity view model colon class.java. That's it. And in previous demo what we write here, we write here only this, but now we are passing also a context here, or we can say argument here. So this is done. Now we can directly call the function. So first of all I want to set the result, so I can type here activity main binding dot result tv and dot text. What I want to set here, I want to set here whatever the result I am getting, so I call this function get result. So I have to type here view model dot get result, and to string it will convert this to string. That's it. Now press enter, and let us suppose if someone click on add button, then we want to add the number, and then we have to set the new result. So I have to type here binding activity main binding dot, and then we have to type here if someone click on add button dot set on click listener, then take to curly braces, and this is fine. So I have to type here view model, and then we have to call the function of add dot add, and inside this we have to pass what we want to pass, the number which is entered by the user. So I have to type here activity main binding, we have to take the number from our edit text, get number edit text, and then after this we have to take the text, and we have to convert this text to string first, and then after this we have to convert this to int, because we have to pass int, and that's it. Now it will pass this number, and then it will add this number by the previous number, and that's it. Our program is going to work fine. So now let's check our app whether the app is working or not, and if you don't like the video till now, then please like the video and please subscribe the channel. And so for this I have to connect my phone. So I successfully connect my phone, and I press on run button, and you can see grid will start building. So our project is built successful and it will install the application inside our phone. So you can see it is showing the 125 because we pass here 125 as an argument, and then we are displaying the result first here. Now let us suppose if I enter 2085, you can see it is not working. It is not giving me the current result. So I have to check what is the problem. So the problem is that our app is working fine and it will adding the result but is not showing the new result. So for this I forget to display the new result here. So I have to type here view model dot, and then instead of this I have to type here activity main binding dot result tv dot text, and what I have to call the function again here, view model dot get result to string. So now let's check again our app whether it is working or not. So let's run this. So I have installed successfully. Let's add some numbers. So you can see it is working fine. If I add some more big number, and let us suppose if I rotate my phone, it using the view model and all variables declare inside view model class. So you can see the data is not losing. So hope you understand how view models work, and view models are very important thing in Android. And if you are not able to understand anything, then you can comment down below. I will try to give the answer of every comment. Please like the video and please share the channel and please subscribe the channel. If you have any query or if you have any feedback regarding to this series, then you can comment down below. Thank you. See you soon in next amazing video.